Welcome or welcome back if you've been here before. Just want to talk to you about 10.3, question number 2. And in this one, we're going to actually have 4 parts. So hang with me. We'll try to get through all 4 parts. So it's to apply the sequence, the indicated sequence of transformations to the square, and apply each transformation to the image of the previous transformation. All right. So welcome or welcome back. Let's take a look at chapter 10, section 3. We're going to take a look at a 4-part problem, which is question number 2. So we're going to apply these transformations one after another, making new shapes. And the first one says x, y maps to the opposite of x, comma, y. So if you weren't sure exactly what that would do to a point, you could always just take an example like maybe 2 and 2 and see what happens to the numbers. So if this is my, oops, let me grab a pen. If these are my axes, at 2, 2 over here, what happens when I change the sign on just one of them? If I change this to -2, it ends up going over here to this other side. So this ends up on the other side of the y-axis. It's actually reflected over. So I would expect this shape to end up as a mirror image the same distance over here on this other side over here. So there is step number 1. Then, for part 2, now we start with that new image. You can kind of see they drew the similar thing to what I said. They said rotate the square 180 about the origin. So one way to do this is to just take and trace it and go around the other side. Another way to do it is to go like in your L shape. So if I go out 3, turn left and go 4, I would go out 3, turn left and go 4 up to here, and that corner would end up over here. So this corner ends up over there. This one, out 7, down 4, ends up out 7, up 4. And so my new shape, I don't know if you can see where it's going to end up. It's going to end up over here in this corner. And it's the same size as the old one because it's a rotation. All right. So that's part 2. Part 3, now they start with that shape that I just created, and they are going to translate it. Down 5 to the left 6. So if I take each of these corners, go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to left 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I end up over here in this corner. And, sorry, I got that backwards. Let me reverse that. It's to the left 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 6, 2, 4, 6. And notice I end up centered. This corner ends up over there. This one would go over here and then down 6 over to here. And then, of course, the top left would go to the left 5 down 6 would end up right here. And I end up with this shape that's kind of centered right on the middle, right there, which is perfectly set up for part 4, which is this one, where they asked me to do half the size. So since the numbers are all 2s, half the size would be all 1s, and I end up with a smaller square in the middle. And that's a sequence of transformations, which is question number 2 on 10.3. All right.